going, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for joining LMD, Level 1 Diecast. We are elevating a section of the collection today. We're talking about Team Transport. As you guys know, for those of you who are longtime viewers of the channel, I am a ultra completist. So it is always a big deal to take a milestone step in a completion to hit that Fable 100% mark, which is what we always want to hit. Snake and Mongoose, these are regular Team Transport releases, probably like 2003-ish, I think is when these ones came out. Technically, these are reprints for people who are not familiar with transporters from Hot Wheels before Team Transport. So your Snake and your Mongoose, your Cuda, the Charger. Now, there was an original set of Snake and Mongoose, which are these two, with these original haulers, which is what this hauler in the back is actually based on. So this is the acrylic black box set that they released. They did 1 and 1. These are in 2 separate boxes. So if you wanted to get them both, you had to buy them both. You can see the cars are pretty close. They're pretty close to being the same. The striping on the top's a little bit different. They are the same basic castings, though, between the two. Actually, this one is not the same casting, but this one I think is the same casting. We'll probably take some comparisons. But the retro rig here in the back, which is what they built the rig on, was based on this. This is the D700 hauler, Dodge D700 hauler. Now, these don't have ramps or anything like that in the back. The cars just sit there. It's nothing particularly fancy with them. So we'll take a look at this one right here. This is your D700 hauler. Of course, the crew cab right there. So haul everybody around, full print on there. Tom McEwen. And then details on the back look pretty good. There's the plate details on the back. It says Goose. California plate on there as well. This is a chrome plastic base, which is kind of weird because it was an acrylic set. So to see that with a plastic base is kind of interesting. 67 is the year. Of course, made in China, because of course. But this was a really, really good model. It is actually not that much metal, to be honest with you. It's just the cab. Everything else is plastic. So in that aspect, I mean, Team Transport has stepped up their game just a little bit. But this is exactly what it was based on. So that's kind of where the inspiration came as far as the design, as far as the cab over sections and stuff like that. This is where it designed came from the original OG. Although this one has way more metal in it and just looks a little bit better. I like the bigger cab on this one, though. The other hauler is exactly the same. It's just in yellow for the Snake, but it is the exact same casting, same details. Print all over it, same plastic base, nothing particularly fancy. For Don Prudhomme, this one says Snake on the plate. And then just a little bit of print inside the back there. Plymouth on the back here, Plymouth on the back of there. I guess it's not a Charger. I guess it's a Duster. So my apologies. There is the Team Transport one right here. Of course, made in Thailand. Does have, of course, the opening section right there with the kickstand. Oh, get that to pop in there. There you go. So there is our popped up kickstand. This is the one from the acrylic box set. So get this one up. It does use a gray pop-up stand right there. A little bit of a different color for the pipes coming out the side. But other than that, it's the same casting. So details right there. The 100% is on the left. And of course, the Team Transport is on the right. Same details between the two. A little bit different in the print quality, but the details on the both of them are the same. Of course, the one for the acrylic box set gets a little bit of extra print to cover up the laundry there in the back. And of course, just the striping on the top with the stars on there as well. So pop that one down. Other than that, it is exactly the same, straightforward. We'll pop the other one down. The other one, the Cuda, I do think this one is a different casting potentially. So there is our Cuda from the Team Transport. This one also has the stand in there. Opens up a little bit better. This one's a little bit looser. There's your details on the back. Put the Cuda down. This is the one from the 100%. So we'll pop this one up. Of course, it uses the gray stand. So it doesn't quite get up there as much. But also has a little bit of print for the exhaust pipes out the side. Looking at the casting itself, I guess it's the same casting. So the prints are quite different between the two. This is your acrylic box set one. And there's the details in the back. Quite a bit of difference in the print in the back as well. But it is the same casting, so just looks a little bit different from the side. Not really sure why it looks different to me, but it is what it is. So we'll pop that guy down, put that guy on him. and then pop this one down right there. So that's a pretty interesting combination. I kind of consider this a little bit of a completion. I've been looking for this particular set for a little bit, which has been kind of a pain in the butt to get. These are very expensive. I actually got these loose, which is even better because I don't want to spend 130 to 150 bucks per set just to crack them open, because they're pretty expensive. So we'll take those guys out of here. Now, of course, what we're talking about is hit it 100% on Team Transport. So these are the two hardest Team Transports to get. This is the Target exclusive Fast and Furious. So it says buy, sell, tune, shop the Racer's Edge. This is the exact same deco as the one that was released in the Fast and Furious box set, only it's blue instead of red, but all the details and stuff like that are exactly the same. However, it uses the Liberty Walk R34 and, of course, our Fast and Furious 2 Brian Skyline deco on it. This was not particularly rare. It did come in a wave of Team Transports at Target, but it was definitely hard to get because it was store exclusive. Details on the front, there you go, printed up, printed on the side. It's meh. In my opinion, this is just meh. I'm not a huge fan of like store exclusives like this. But you know what? It is what it is. I had to get it to complete. Now, even though that one is really, really difficult to get, that one goes for about 130, 140-ish right now, blistered. I bought that one loose. There's a little asterisk to that because that goes with the next one. This is by far the hardest Team Transport to get. No doubt, if you know, you know. Yes, the famed, however you want to put it, Supreme Hauler. The Supreme Hauler. This is the Euro Rig. I think this one's called Fleet Flyer. This one is the Fleet Flyer. This, of course, is your Supreme. Supreme on the top, all that good stuff like that. Supreme on the side. And, of course, it comes with the awesome, ridiculously over-the-top M3. This one is not that great of a deco. I will be honest with you. I don't really like it that much. It says Supreme on the plate. But, of course, they had to add the M3 in there. The taillight prints are okay. It's like gloss is printed on the top of the lights. So that's not gloss from the light. That's gloss that's printed on there, which I think is a little bit ridiculous. Says Supreme on the side. Of course, it goes off the car like pretty prototypical stuff. Seems to have a little bit of a hood pin print on the top. The BMW logo there on the hood, and then the front logo is pretty plain. It's pretty plain Jane. It's just the plates and some headlight details, a little bit of Hot Wheels on the license plate, and then just a Zamek base. Nothing particularly fancy. Really happy though. I now only have one single version of this BMW to collect. One single version, and I have every single one of these M3s. It's been a ride. It's been a ride for sure. So now here's the deal. Now I got both of these loose, separate from the Snake and Mongoose I was talking about. So I got both of these loose. The only way I was able to get these is I had to buy an entire collection of Team Transport. The entire set all the way up to the current release. So it's like 76 trucks plus all the Legends Tours. So I had to buy that entire set just to get these two. Now, fortunately for me, I got a very good price on that. And then I was able to retain these two to complete my collection. And I already moved those transports on to somebody else at a very, very good price as well. And basically put me right where I want to be, which is at $0. So these two items cost me $0, but it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You got to take a gamble. I took a gamble. This time it actually worked out. This completes my set. See right here, this is my collection. It is all it's all 79 trucks. I think we're at 79 trucks because that one collection I bought was missing the very last case. So 79 trucks, plus all the Legends Tours trucks, and then of course these two right here to complete all of Team Transport, 100% up to date. This year's 2025 Legends Tour model is just now starting to drop. It's the M3 on a trailer. So I'm caught up. That one will be easy to get. And just moving forward, hopefully they don't do no ridiculous stuff like this anymore. And hopefully they don't do no ridiculous stuff like this anymore. But we both know it's Hot Wheels. We know they're going to do that. There's nothing we can do about it. It's unfortunately going to happen. So there you go. Couple of transports here and there. And of course, completing 100% Hot Wheels team transports, which is very, very rare to be able to do something like that with you when you have something so ridiculous like this Supreme Hauler. But it's here now, and I'm very happy. So drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you think about completing that whole thing. And hopefully you guys can do that too if you want to. And we'll catch you next time here on Level M. Peace.